Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Joe Steele, Crypto in the House, and today is Thursday. We are on September 22nd. Today, we're going to talk about a lot. We're going to talk about a Tether update. We're going to talk about what Chase Bank, their CEO, thinks of crypto and Bitcoin, especially. We're also going to talk about how homebuyers lost up to $100,000 in purchasing power and explain exactly how. So jumping right in with the first story today, Tether, right? They're ordered to produce documents showing the backing of their USDT. Basically, the judge is saying like, hey, we need to see your ledgers, your balance sheets, cash flow statements, P&Ls, records of any trades, transfers of crypto or stable coins by Tether, including information about the timing of the trade. So it is like, open up your books and let us kind of dive in, because we're just not buying the story that you're telling. So, as a reminder, there's also the lawsuit they have in New York. That attorney general, basically, they have to go before the Supreme Court, essentially, to have the attorney general release the documents they gathered on the investigation into the reserves. That concluded in February of last year with an $18.5 million settlement, that probe, but that lawsuit is still pending. Basically, they're saying these documents sought in the transactions appear to go to one of the plaintiff's core allegations that the defendants, Tether, engaged in crypto commodity transactions using unbacked, not the dollar for dollar, right, USDT, that the transactions were, quote, strategically timed to inflate the market, end quote, the judge continued. So not going to be an easy battle here for Tether, but we will continue to watch the story. Moving in here to Chase, Jamie Dimon, basically is calling crypto Bitcoin dangerous, as a decentralized Ponzi scheme. Quote, I'm a major skeptic of crypto tokens, which you call currency, like Bitcoin, end quote, he told people yesterday at a House Financial Services Committee. Quote, they are decentralized Ponzi schemes. The notion that it's good for anybody is unbelievable. It is dangerous, he said. So he said that the unregulated crypto marketplace makes it easier for criminals, they always go to criminals, to engage in illicit activities such as money laundering, theft, human trafficking, things like that. Obviously, his big thing is it's a Ponzi scheme. You know, their business is also built on fiat and printing that US dollar over and over and over again. So it's kind of interesting to see when they jump into things like cryptocurrency, but their whole business model is based on you can print money, you know. So whatever, we'll see where it goes from there. But thought that was an interesting story to share. FTX, we're going to move into FTX. They raised up to $1 billion in valuation, about $32 billion, in line with their prior round of what they raised. They're talking with potential investors about a funding round, keeping their company's valuation in line with prior financing earlier this year. They've been on a buying frenzy during the crypto winter, and existing investors include Temasek, SoftBank's Vision 2 Fund, and Tiger Global. So Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX are always, seemingly ahead of the game. So we will see what's in store for them and what purchases they make coming up. Chain, if you're an NFL or an NFT fan, you'll see that they signed a multi-year partnership with Kraft Sports based around the New England Patriots, the New England Revolution, their Web3 software solutions company. Excited to announce that they will serve as the official blockchain and Web3 sponsor of the Pats, the Revolution, Gillette Stadium, and Patriot Place in the multi-year agreement. So they will work hand in hand to develop a state-of-the-art Web3 experience utilizing the award-winning suite of products and services. So very cool if you are into Web3, obviously NFTs, and maybe you're a Pats fan. I mean, that's all of those above couldn't be the worst thing to see today. Moving into some crypto and real estate. Colorado residents, we all know the Governor Polis is big into crypto. He spoke at many conferences this year and before. He planned earlier in February to accept crypto by the end of this past summer, 2022. The option to allow residents to use crypto to pay for personal income tax, their business income tax, severance tax, and withholding tax. Basically, he gave the Denver Startup Week conference. While the PayPal lets users deposit, withhold, and hold, withdraw and hold a variety of cryptos, the settlement of its crypto checkout service is US dollars. So there's a service fee of $1 plus $1.83 in the payment amount. So they are letting people, this is come to fruition. It's kind of cool to see another state jump aboard with this. We've seen this in other countries, but finally cool to see this here in the States. Charlie Bilello, we're moving into some real estate for now. The rest of the show is going to be real estate. 2 years ago, 30-year mortgage rate, 2.87. Average new home, $405K. Today, that 30-year fixed mortgage, 6.29% with the average new home price of $547K. So his math breaks down to a $28,000 increase in your down payment, assuming you're 20% down, 101% increase in your monthly payment from $1,343 to $2,704. This brings me into the next story here from Redfin. Homebuyers, I mentioned, lost 6 figures worth of spending power as mortgage rates doubled. So if you're on a $3,000 monthly budget, you could afford $479,750 home today with 6% mortgage rates. Now, last year, you could afford $621,000 for your house when rates were 3%. So they're saying, putting it another way, homebuyers lost $140,000 in spending power this year as mortgage rates have doubled to their highest level in nearly 15 years. Mortgage rates have been rising since January. And basically these sharp interest rate hikes, we saw, the Fed 75 basis points on Wednesday. So plans to further increase rates at upcoming meetings. We'll see, I believe, slow down around the midterms, but for now, I think they're trying to incrementally push things, not step on the gas entirely, but little increments here and there to not freak out voters. But again, usually with each point on the interest rate, you lose about $100,000 in purchasing power. So that kind of falls in line with this. So it is a lot. Obviously, when you look at what the 479, what's your dollars today, what can it spend? What can you get for that dollar? Obviously, a lot different than it was a year ago with all this inflation going on. So obviously, that's a part of it, not just the raise, but the inflation and what goods cost and everything. So either way, you still lost $100,000 in purchasing power, at least, right? They're calling it, this example here, a $3,000 monthly budget, you lost $140,000 in spending power. So not great, but here's a little chart so you can kind of see basically the home you could afford, different monthly payment amounts based on the mortgage interest rate. 20% down this mentioned, 30-year mortgage, 1.25%. Some people do 1.2. This is 1.25. 0.5% homeowners insurance and no HOAs. So you can see from 1% all the way to 10% what your payment is and how much you can afford for that house as these rates continue to increase. And finally, I'm going to end it here with some short-term rentals. So there's a lot of people out there, investors that are into the short-term rental market. Some key metrics for last month. Available listings reached 1.38 million. Total demand up almost 20% year over year. The occupancy declined 4.3%. Right? Average daily rates rose almost 3%. Total revenues up 23.1%. And nights booked for future travel also up almost 17%. So essentially, the short-term rental market is not taking a big of a hit as one had expected. Obviously, in 2020 was a big deal for that. But they've certainly rebounded. There's a lot going on in that market. So if you're an investor there, obviously, hopefully you're not, looking to get into that with interest rates as they are right now. Maybe you are, maybe you're able to take that hit. Cash buyers, different story, but clearly we're having a pent up. Well, now it's kind of it really unleashed demand on short-term rentals. So that is the last story for today. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday. I do crypto, real estate, live stream every day, giving you the most important stories, I think, for each of those industries, and sometimes they intersect, sort of like the crypto with Colorado and your tax payments. But again, crypto and real estate every day. Like this video, subscribe to this channel if you find value there, and I will see you tomorrow on the live stream. Hope you all have